How is up, y'all? It's Pop What's Cracking. It's D about to react to this Armand Wiggins vid. It's titled Meg the Stallion Trolls Nicki Minaj with Bigfoot Dancers at Coachella. Plus, Missy Elliott eats. Okay, I just reacted to both of these performances up on my Patreon. I did Meg's full performance. It's like a bit over 20 minutes. So that full reaction is up on my Patreon right now. And I also reacted to a couple of Missy's performances as well. So definitely check it out. Link down below to react to the performances over there with me. I already gave my opinion on this whole situation and her trolling Nicki with the dancers and whatnot. I already said what I had to say regarding it and the whole performance as a whole. But anywho, let's hear what Armand has to say. Let's watch.
All right, what is poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armand, and we're back with another video. Get in here, get in here. It's time to get into some things.
Get in here, get in here.
It's Monday. It's Monday, guys. Yes, it is Monday. And there is a lot to discuss, okay? So make sure your notifications is on because this is one of the many videos that will follow behind it, all right? So listen, Coachella was over the weekend. A lot of things went down, okay? The female rapper girls were outside and the girls were performing. All right, the girls were performing. We had Glorilla performing, which we're going to talk about her in a different video. But in this video, I want to talk about Missy Elliott and I want to talk about Megan the Stallion, all right? So let's give a shout out to Missy Elliott because Missy Elliott literally is an icon. And I'm so glad that she was up very high on the Billboard list, Hot 100 or Hot 225 female rappers of all time. I honestly wouldn't have been mad if Missy Elliott was number one. You know what I mean? Everybody knows, if you know me, that Nicki Minaj, Missy Elliott, my two favorite female rappers of all time.
I don't know.
And I feel like Missy Elliott is the only female rapper to me that can give like Nicki a run in a verses. You feel what I'm saying? The only thing that I feel like Nicki still has the edge over is the fact that Nicki just has those one-liners and that you just are always going to recite, and she doesn't really need to do too much performance. But we don't need to get too much about Nicki right now, but we're going to talk about Missy. First of all, Missy Elliott, for her to be 50-something years old, this lady killed Coachella. She is a creative genius. Missy Elliott has always been ahead of her time. Missy Elliott, watching her on that Coachella stage made my inner child so happy. I mean, the creative genius with this woman is impeccable. I don't know where you get that kind of mind from, and she's been having it for decades at this point. So watching Missy get up there, not be winded, have energy, dance, it just felt like, yes, this was the days when I used to remember I always wanted to be a Missy Elliott backup dancer. I always wanted to be that was my dream, and just watching her on that stage with that set.
That's funny because, she used to always have like little kids in her bed, and I feel like, all the 90s babies were just like, I want to dance with Missy.
Probably one of the dopest sets I've ever seen, especially from a female rapper, okay? Can we just talk about the fact that Missy came in like a transformer? Like, if y'all didn't see nothing else, this is what you need to see. Like, if y'all did not see nothing else, I need y'all to see it, okay? Let me pull this up, because this was wild. Let me see if I can get this for you. Look at that.
When your man says he's going to the car.
Watch this.
I didn't see her.
Look at this.
Her incident.
Crazy.
Transformer, period.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Work.
Missy, you are a bad motherfucker, okay? Coming in like that, ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing it. And that was just a piece of it. I mean, it was fireworks, streamers, it was crazy. So you gotta give Missy her respect, you gotta give her credit. She went out there and performed all of our favorite songs. Missy did her thing, and I'm so glad that she's getting her flowers, and I'm so glad that she was at Coachella. Missy Elliott will forever be that mother, okay?
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say, I don't care. And if Missy was 15, 20 years younger, she would be a problem. The reason why I feel like, she probably isn't getting as much respect as she really deserves is just because we're in a different time period. But never forget, Missy Elliott is one of the GOATs, and I'm so glad that Billboard got it right with her. And shout out to Missy Elliott because she did her thing. She made me proud. I remember just growing up to her before there was anybody else. I loved Missy Elliott, and she continues to perform. She continues to set the bar. She continues to innovate. She continues to be a creative. And Missy Elliott is the freaking GOAT. And kudos to you, to a 10 out of 10 performance. Set was a 20 out of 10. I mean, Missy Elliott, you are freaking amazing, okay? And you did that. You did that. I don't care what nobody says. Shout out to Missy Elliott.
You better stand.
Shout out to Missy Elliott on that, period. All right, let's get into Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion, okay? Megan Thee Stallion coming out swinging, taunting the girls. We just gonna get into it. Megan Thee Stallion taunting the girls with Bigfoot in the background. Had all our dancers with Bigfoot in the background. I was taunting Nicki Minaj in the bars. Megan Thee Stallion performed a medley of her records. I'll say this. Megan Thee Stallion is a hell of a performer. Great performer, great energy. You know she can dance. Beautiful girl. All of these things.
I'm not even making a joke out of that. I think I recently sent this in a video I reacted to. I don't think I didn't put it up yet. Anyway, I've done a lot of pre-recording. I'm about to leave, so yeah, I've been recording so many videos. I don't even remember what I put up and what I haven't. Anywho, but yeah, whenever I say that line, I'm not trying to make light of Megan Shot by Tory, but that line Nicki recited lives rent-free in my goddamn head. Bullet fragment. So that's all I can think of when I see certain things, you know? Bigfoot, when I hear anybody talking about a foot.
Anyway. And as I'm watching it, I'm excited for her because I know that she's going to put on a performance. The set was okay. I mean, coming from Missy Elliott's, I mean, it was nothing compared to what Missy Elliott had going on. However, Megan Thee Stallion, she did her thing. She brought out Sierra. I loved that moment. I loved the Victoria Monet moment. The Queen Latifah moment, you know, I'm just going to see what it was. It was cute. I get it. So she brought them out on stage. Megan Thee Stallion performed really, really well. She danced really, really well. It was a great, she did her little outfit change. I really enjoyed when she did the outfit change, that we could see that she was doing the outfit change, you know, behind the scenes. What I enjoyed about the performance most was the fact that she looked like she was genuinely living her dream and having a good time. You also got to see her feel a little bit emotional when she was, when Sierra came out and danced with her. The inner child in us, when you think of Sierra and Goodies, to be on stage, living your dream, co-headlining a tour, co-headlining Coachella, and then you got Sierra performing Goodies, and then you're able to do the dance with her, I'm crying too. You know what I mean? That's just like me being able to sit up next to Wendy Williams and run down Hot Topics. You know what I mean? On TV. I'm like, am I really doing this? Or me being able to sit up, you know, with Ricky Lake and, you know, go through a talk show. Like, I would be so excited about that. I would just be like, I really made it. I'm really here. Or perhaps I'm on a Breakfast Club, you know, we're sitting next to Charlamagne running it down. I'm like, wow. Or on you know, Joe Budden podcast, potty. Like, I would gag. So I know that feeling that she had. So shout out to her, and I know it had to feel good. And, you know, she did her thing on that. Now, let's get into some of the negativity, okay? For me, I'm glad that she kind of got away from the dancers from the beginning, because for a minute, it was getting a little bit like, okay, it was too crowded on the stage for me, and I couldn't really get into Megan Thee Stallion as much as I wanted to do. That was thing number one. Thing number two was something was going on with the microphone where I felt like I couldn't really hear what she was saying, okay? And then thing number three, while Megan Thee Stallion is a beautiful performer, beautiful girl, something was just disconnecting for me. I think, and this is when we get into the Nicki Minaj piece, I think, unfortunately, yes, there are songs that we knew, there were songs that we were excited about, but something musically just does not stick for me with a Megan Thee Stallion show. Here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I feel like Megan Thee Stallion, without the performance element, is a boring show. Because I did kind of feel myself zoning out, getting on my phone, thinking about what I was going to have for dinner the next day, you know, scrolling on Instagram, seeing who I can text, you know, things like that. At some point, I did space out of the performance. However, I did like, you know, once she got solo, I could really kind of get into her a little bit more. But this is when the music, to me, I realized, something there is falling short. And I don't know if it's a combination of the music, like the songs, and the flow, or what. Because it feels like the flow is so fast. The songs aren't that great. So it's like when she is by herself, I can't really, like, as a female rapper, and you're supposed to be, you know, the Black Regina George, you're the mean girl, you're a bad bitch, you don't go, you know what I mean? I need you, and I'm not saying be Nicki, but I mean a little bit, give me a Nicki, like make it stick, slow down, and let it sink in, let it stick. I feel like it's I'm a rock star, let me do a split. It's just so many moving parts all at once. And I feel like when you're a female rapper, right, I'm coming to hear you talk your and so I don't know if the songs lyrically are strong enough for her to just stand on the mic and spit it and let it sink in and let it stick, or it's the flow is too fast, she can't really get into the pocket. You get what I'm saying? It's like, from the outside looking in, great, beautiful, great job. If you're comparing her against herself, or maybe, you know, other female artists that are coming, like she's a performer, got it. But when we talk about rap and just really spitting and really getting into what you're saying, yes, the girl can rap, but make us feel your lyrics. What is it that you said? Make it stick. And I just feel like either the songs are not strong enough, or the lyrics in the songs are not strong enough, or something in the flow doesn't allow her to deliver the punchlines in a way that we feel it and let it sink in. Because going to Nicki, this is why I feel like Nicki is number one. Nicki does not need all the bells and whistles and performance element and creativity all of the time. Well, majority of the time, being honest with you. Why? Because she can stand there, rap her lyrics, and she's also gonna let it sink in. I make fun of Nicki all the time for doing the point at the crowd, but some of that is necessary because when you can really get into what you said, you know, after all that surgery, you're still ugly. That is what gets me. When her since Christopher Reeves, like she's gonna let you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you say? You say you look up to her, but really you look up to me. You like, really, like, what are you saying? Let's talk about it. I'm on a whole other level. These bitches not they leave. These bitches not bad like me. These bitches not better than me. Like, I feel like Megan Thee Stallion, even if she was gonna do that ungrateful.
It sounds like he's comparing like slower rap songs to faster ones. That's what it sounds like he's doing.
When it come get, I'm giving out work, come apply. Like, she really needed to let us understand. They got to sub, they got to tweet. Like really.
Or rather not slower, but a slower flow, rather. So maybe that's his issue, is that he feels like, and I mean, he did say that it's just, so maybe he feels like Meg is just rapping too fast or she's picking the wrong songs.
No, like talk you know what I mean? I just feel like she's not able to like really stand in her confidence and really just deliver the bars. It's too much performance and not enough rap MC, It's not enough muscle around her delivery. And I don't know if that's because of the way that it was written and the flow, or she just not saying nothing that'll really make it stick.
That sounds bad.
Does that make sense? Because that's kind of really my thing. Everything was great, but something still was missing. It's like when you eat
it
food.
Does more so sound like you just prefer Nicki as a rapper over Meg, and that's fine. But yeah,
the food tastes good, but you're still a little hungry. Like
you're literally comparing like song to song. But if she don't have any songs that makes her able to slow down her bars like that, look what the comparison he gave. You are still ugly. That is what gets me. Like, if she doesn't have any songs like that, then it's like how would she do that?
I need just something to top me off. You know, no giddy. And so I think that is where the disconnect with Meg is. Like, it's
but
not
I
just
kind of
she's a
get
great
what he's
writer,
saying.
great performer, great rapper. Her delivery in her bars is not strong enough for, like, we can't rap with you, you know, especially in a live performance. I feel like in a live performance, that is when you really engage the crowd. Yes, you can shake your booty and, you know, do your thing like that. That's cute. But you're a rapper. We want to hear you spit and make it stick and let it land. Especially because we know you busting shots. You busting shots at the girls on the internet. You slightly busting shots at Nicki. You busting shots at the fan throughout her music. Then you're trolling with the Bigfoot. Now let's move over to the Bigfoot. This is kind of where it's not like a loss of respect, but it's like, girl, pick a side. Either you're going to address it or you're not. Here we are a year later, and now you're taunting the Bigfoot stuff, but you're acting like you don't want to get into the field. Keep the Bigfoot stuff. Keep it. Why give that if you're not going to get in the field? Because it almost feels like you're trying to gaslight the barbs and you're trying to use them that, and I get it, but you try to throw the rock and hide your hand in like a subtle taunt. But it's like, girl, why play these games? You're a rapper, right? You didn't even perform his. Why didn't she perform his? I'm going to just assume she didn't perform his because she ran out of time. But my thing is if you're not going to do the Megan's Law line, keep the Bigfoot out. If you're not going to really address it, if you acting like you're scared to really go battle with her, stop trolling. Because if you don't really want to get in the field, stay out of the playground. Stay out, take the shoes off, and get about the game. It's like, it's a passive aggressive, like, oh, I want to get the people talking. I'm going to have Bigfoot up here. But it's like, okay, you might as well, that's just as bad as a tweet. Like, why are we playing these semantics? Like, girl, get in the field and say something. If you got a problem, you still pressed about it, say something. This is where it looks kind of cheesy and corny because it's like, first of all, this was a year later. You acted like you didn't want to respond. Then you acted like you're going to respond on your time. But this is like a cowardly response. I'm not here for it. And this is not because I'm a Nicki Minaj fan, because I'm a Megan Thee Stallion fan too. But I just feel like, girl, you're a rapper, and you got the stage right now. Slap her, whack her. You're gonna try to do it subtly just to get the girls in an uproar and kind of troll. Like, girl, rap. What are we trolling for? Say what you got to say and get up out of there. What is the point of the Bigfoot? It's like, girl, it's kind of like a punk move to me. It's just kind of like giving like a real, like a little punkish, because it's like, okay, what do you want me to do with that? You want us to just be on Twitter and you act like you don't see nothing and you didn't do nothing, and it just was like, it's just like, it's very like underhanded, throw the rock out her hand, gaslight people to get into an uproar, like rage bait people, and it's just like, girl, if you got a problem, say it with your chest, you know, make it hot. Like, I don't understand the lukewarm energy. It's like you want to battle, but then you don't. If you don't want to battle, don't battle. But then when you do stuff like this, don't try to make it seem like people are pitting, trying to force you to do something or trying to force you to respond, and you don't have to respond, and this, that, and the third. When girl, you're over here rage baiting. Nicki called you out, been calling you out for years. You whacked her with the Megan's Law line. She Bigfooted you. You acted like you didn't want to talk about it for a whole year. And then you wait to get on Coachella and then have some Bigfoot like costume for your dancers. It's like, girl, you did all that. You should have came up and performed his first with the Bigfoot girls in the background dancing. That's how you eat it up. Why this passive aggressive trolling? I think that was whack. And to me, I'm just like, girl, she's kind of late for that. Because my thing is, if you're gonna do it and commit. Make it hot. But it's like, you half in and you half out. Oh, I don't want the internet to be talking. I don't want it to be a big deal. But then I do want, if you catch it, you catch it. No, girl, if you feel away still, go ahead and get it off your chest, babe. Give us something to talk about. Because you're doing it anyway. So why half-ass it? So I really wasn't a fan of that because I just feel like, girl, okay, what are we supposed to do with this information? Just, oh, man, because she's just going to act like crazy and aloof anyway. It's just like, it's cheesy to me. It was unnecessary. Because, girl, if you're not really going to get in the field, pay it. Like, pay it. You've had plenty of opportunities you've dropped plenty of records since then. You ain't said nothing. Now you want to do this. It's giving, like, engagement baiting and click farming. It's just giving, like, girl, I'm going to keep trying to use the Nicki Minaj energy to boost my engagement, but I don't really want to get in the field. You know what I'm saying? So it makes the rumors of people feeling like, oh, Rock Nation and this, y'all try to use Nicki to boost these girls. It's true. And if I'm Nicki Minaj, I'm not falling for the bait. She fell for it once, and it elevated Megan Thee Stallion. And I think that Nicki Minaj still kicks herself to this day because by her doing so, I think it was nothing wrong with the Bigfoot, but I think it was like the tweeting and then the Bigfoot. She should have just dropped the Bigfoot. And I feel like Megan Thee Stallion is like, I'm just going to keep now using it to troll you to get under your skin. But Nicki's like, all right, girl, I'm over it because you don't really want to smoke. But then you want to try to, rage bait the fans. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of late. But other than that, her performance, if you compare it to herself, great job. 9 out of 10. I still feel like sometimes I feel like sometimes it's overperforming. Too many dancers, not enough lyrical delivery and punchline sticking for me. Does that make sense? I feel like it's too much twerking and too much dancing and not enough rapping. But hey, what do I know? I mean, shout out to her. She has great stamina, still great knees. It was a nice performance. But to me, I can still see why Nicki would still be number one. With all of that being said, you can still leave a Megan Thee Stallion performance thinking she's great, but she's just not the best. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you can have the hair, the makeup, the outfits, the set, but if the songs, the root ain't sticking, ain't hitting in the lyrics, and you're not making me feel it, all that other stuff is just bells and whistles. Because at the root of it all, it's not really that hot. It's no shade. It's no shade. So let me know what you think.
Okay, and this is his take on the situation. He was very passionate about it. He went in. I already gave my take on the situation. I said what I said. I meant what I said. I already talked about, my feelings about her bringing out the Bigfoot dancers. So, there's that. If you want to check out my reaction to these performances, check the link down below for the Patreon. But y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.